Well, look at that. Music is over. How are you doing, chat? How you doing? Hope you're all right. Boo. Ugh. Itchy gunk in my eyes. Ugh. The allergens are through the freaking roof today. What the? I am perpetually astonished at how excuse me. How grimy these lenses can get between when I take them off my face to go to sleep and when I put them on my face in the morning. I don't understand how they get so grimy. Maybe it's just a scenario of I don't realize how dirty they are just as I'm going to bed. And then I do realize how dirty they are whenever I'm underneath my ring light. So you're just too sweaty. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're so kind, chat. calling me a stinky, sweaty mess. Ugh, feels like they're still grimy, but I'm not seeing anything to come off of them. Ugh, I gotta find a new eye doctor. It is eclipse day. Oh, that's right. It is eclipse day. What is the hour of the eclipse? I forget. Okay. Okay. Strife, have you ever been to a WWE event? No, I have not. Wrestling has never really been something that's been an interest for me. So I've never been to the events. Hardly ever watched any wrestling either, for that matter. All right, so the eclipse basically starts for me at about 12:30, so about an hour. 60 degrees for you. Oof. I wonder, is that warm for where you live? I streamed 7 days yesterday and kept dying over and over again for 2 hours editing the stream for YouTube right now. How on earth did you keep dying? I mostly ask because, like, I hardly ever die in that game anymore. But that's also because I've played a stupid amount of it. So, greetings, Cortex. You're at WrestleMania. Wow.
Ooh la la.
Ooh, hey, Cooler. Thank you so much for gifting that sub to Deadly Linda. Linda, I hope that you enjoy it. Uh, I'm glad to be worth both your time and your money, Cooler. And Linda, I'm glad to be worth your time. Enjoy yourself while you're here. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna listen to some music here. We are gonna see how this music, how this playlist pans out. There we go. Okay. Woo. Warm. I can't spell today. Well, see, I tried to do quests for content, and yeah, clearing out Fate's Hotel with 5 skulls was a bad decision. Wow, I mean, what level was your character, roughly? had you worked your way up to that? Because, I'll admit, a 5-skull location is, 0. Oh, so you just leapt straight into it. Yeah, that's ill-advised, to put it mildly. That is ill-advised, to put it mildly. Good afternoon, Lady Goggles. Or, well, good morning, according to me. It's not even noon yet for me. Puts on some grass pants. Let's kill some zombies. Yeah, I think that might have something to do with why you died so much. No leveling up, no appropriate gear, and you leapt into a tier 5 challenge in 7 days? No wonder. Oh, man. How goes it? It's fine. I've got about an hour until the eclipse starts. So, unfortunately, I am not in the path of totality. I'm only going to get a partial, which is the same story as what happened the last time that there was an eclipse across the United States of America. You guys tell me if the music is too loud, by the way. Like, I really do need to know whether or not the music is, like, drowning you guys out. Or drowning me out and you guys can't hear me. This is an important thing. You know what? We're gonna bank this stuff. We're gonna bank the coal instead of breaking it in pieces. Shame, sorry to hear that. I mean, hey, I just consider myself lucky that I don't have to put my ass in a car to see something that I've heard spoken about all my life. Where will the eclipse happen? The eclipse is happening basically across the entirety of the United States basically an enormous portion of the southeast section of the United States of America. And that is a very, very loose way to phrase it. Because there's a lot that nobody would consider the American Southeast as that is in the path as well. So a decent amount of the southern section of flyover country is in the path as well. So turns out if you're in a particular area of the Midwest flyover, you are absolutely in the path. So we're right in the full path of totality, but it's also cloudy, so yeah, like, it's possible that I will see absolutely diddly squat today. So if I'm in New Jersey, how much will I see? Well, that's a good question. You might Google that. You'll probably get a better answer Googling it than anything I could give you. I enslaved 3 llamas in Minecraft yesterday. Could have been 4, but one died to collateral spit. Jeez. It's a tish too loud, I say. Okay, I'll turn it down a touch. Trying to remember what the freaking hotkeys were. F8. Using ancient software here. Okay, that turned it down a lot. Sorry, I sound like a broken record, but I have been telling my students this all day. Oh, about 60 to 80%. We will still deal with the darkness about 60 to 80%. If you have a proper equipment, you'll have to wear it the whole time. Yes, yes. Like, my mom, she messaged me the other day and was like, I've got some extras, eclipse glasses, if you'd like to come by and grab them. You know? You're just sitting here, as we're not going to use all of them. It's wild because, like, I think the last time that a major eclipse happened, well, beyond the most recent one in, what was it, 2017? Yeah, it was 2017. The last time that a major eclipse happened, beyond the one in 2017, I believe was in the 70s. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's how long ago it was, which gives you an idea for how freaking infrequent these things are. Did not expect there to be a cave back here. Alright. I'm gonna act like you don't exist. Oof. So much to collect up. The warehouse must... I must fill the warehouse. That is my goal. Have you ever dabbled with audio ducking? I have it set up so the music/game gets quieter when I talk. No, I have never done the ducking situation. I'm aware of it, and here's the thing. I've never done it because personally, I find audio ducking to be terrible to listen to. I hate audio ducking. Like, anytime that I hear it happening, I am so instantaneously just like shut down by it. I'm like, oh my god, no, you are not doing this fucking shit. And it's specifically because whenever it's used, it tends to be like pushed, it's overused, as in like, oh, you can hear the music, like the music goes from up here to just like down here. Like it takes this hard and sharp pitch down into nothingness. Audio ducking is good and it's valuable, but I think that like very, very carefully using it during the mixing process is important. You don't want to majorly duck your audio super hard. And unfortunately, that's the primary way that I ever hear it. I'll put it this way. Too frequently, people are over-ducking the audio. Does that phrase make sense? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We can start. I want to make certain that the edge of the quarry is properly, like the corner of the quarry is properly defined. I don't want to accidentally There we go. That'll do. And the sun's going down. That's a witch. There's a witch chasing me. Run away. Run away. But in my experience, auto ducking is something that if it's done automatically, it is almost always overexpressed and not done with care and limit. And the only way that I've ever seen it done properly is whenever like you do it by hand in a mixing program in post. So for that reason, I'm just like, you know, I think it's better to just find the right volume level and stick to it. Like, stick to a consistent volume level for stream purposes. That, and I'm super lazy. I'm excessively lazy. Did I? Oh, yeah, okay. I slept. Okay. Don't need the flowers. Plenty of stuff to stash. Right, food. I need more food. Oops. Alright. Now for the important question. How's the tree farm looking? Tree farm's looking pretty full. I might want to do that next. Why don't you have a pizza emoji? Because I'm overly focused on having butt emojis. Specifically of the bikini type. I don't really have a good answer. I'm terrible at the meta component of content creation. Like, I'll spend all of this time thinking about the content. Hello, Castillo? How you doing? Greetings. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy yourself. Sit back. Relax. Put your feet up. Maybe get so relaxed that you fart. I don't know. Something along those lines. This is my favorite. That was by consistent request of the community that the Ratchet emote came to be on Twitch there. We now need a pizza and a shower emote. No. No. Absolute no. 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 You know what? Let's, man, my stuff is starting to get really, really beat up here. Man, you guys are really chatty today, this morning. Where do I live? America. I live in America. Here's an interesting story about the question of where I live and everything. What on earth is that long red spire in the distance? Oh, that's the beacon. That's the mining beacon that I have set up. Here, I'll show you. Wait, there's a Fallout show? Yeah, it's due to come out soon, I believe. It's an Amazon Prime original. So, this is the mining beacon right here, and it has, Haste 2. It has Haste and Haste 2 on it. So, this is a max size mining beacon, which gives me, the ability to mine with extreme speed. So, April 11th? Man, that's closer than I thought. So I built the it's on a pyramid of pure emerald, as you can see. Anyways, as I was saying, like in regards to the question of like where do you live and all that stuff, I have an interesting story about that. Back whenever I was with the Yogscast, I had to abandon Facebook. I don't regret it. I've been living a better life ever since I got off Facebook. But usually, whenever you leave behind a hunk of social media, what I end up doing is I stop showing up to it. The account remains, but I no longer go to the website. Facebook is the one website where I had to actively delete my account. And the reason for that is people were making really, really hard attempts at learning my physical location. I had fans who were getting a little bit too cozy with the concept of knowing where exactly I lived, and I was like, nope, not doing that anymore. Not doing that anymore. So I was getting a whole bunch of guesses, and they were all wrong, and then one single person, got a little bit too close to home, and I was like, okay, yeah, no more of that. No more of that. So I deleted my Facebook completely, and I was like, yeah, I got to pull back from social media a bit as a result of that, you know? So basically, it was at that, I had to make a hard decision at that moment, and I was like, okay, social media is for, make it, like, it is a career thing for me. Like, it is a professional object that I need to use. Or it's a tool that I need to use for my profession, not for my personal enjoyment. That's what happened with it. So, as a result, like, all of the social media I have now, it's like, no, it's under, you know, like, it's all very specifically branded to be like, hey, I'm William Strife. This is what I do, etc., etc. And none of it is designed in any way, shape, or form to be like, hey, we went to high school together, right? Or something like that. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, Jim down the street, he's my neighbor. It's like, none of that. Absolutely none of that. So... And you know, I'm still living that exact same life, you know? So for that reason, it's like every single time there's a question of like, oh, well, where do you live? I am extremely vague about it. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm American, and I live in America, and I think that's all the answer that needs to be given. So, America's a big place. So, to the question of whether or not I live near Carthage, my answer is, I live in America. Kids on my German streams always ask, where do you live and how old are you? Why would they do that? I'm very confused. A showering pizza emote. Oh my god. No, please. Yeah, it's overused. It's annoying. I record my audio raw, but I stream with ducking on. I hope I'm not over-ducking my audio. Well, I have one thing to say, Mr. Trashcan. Duck you. Wait, did AI just correct my... did I get the AI audio correction of, like, autocorrect for my texting? Hey, William in chat. First time catching the stream. I know you from the Fallout vids way back and wanted to say your voice and content is legendary. Cheers. Hey, thanks so much. It's nice to know that some people are still remembering me for that, you know, despite the fact that I've been out of the, like, the Fallout game for so long. I mean, don't get me started on my salt for Bethesda games these days, so... I mean, in regards to Starfield, man, I have just such a profound disappointment. I mean, getting the game and expecting to enjoy yourself and realizing that just the magic isn't there anymore, you know? There's something so deflating about that. Remarkably deflating. Like, I was never a mega fan of Blizzard and their games. Like, I played Blizzard games back in the days of I found Blizzard with Warcraft 2. Okay? Like, that's how far back I go with Blizzard games. But I was never a huge fan of them. Like, I was doing, you know, like, the release events for, like, Warcraft 3, and I also, World of Warcraft. You know, I was like a day 1.0 player of World of Warcraft. And I just kind of fell out with them, so I was never a mega fan. I can't imagine how disappointing it would be to finally have something out of their to have that game in the Blizzard franchise, of the Blizzard franchises, where it's like, man, this is the game that has taught me that they're not worth it anymore. you know? And I've had that game now with Starfield. I'm like, no, they don't know how to make a good game anymore, man. Like, they don't seem to understand the formula that made things work for their previous games, and I don't know why, but hopefully not BM to bring that up. It's just how I remember you. Nah, it's fine. It's like I still, like, I told this story last stream, but you know, I put any type of a video out, it gets, you know, a X number of views. It's pretty much a guarantee that anything that I put out will have roughly 1,200 views. Not as big as I used to be. I turned around and I did one single video post-launch of Starfield. And because Starfield is a Bethesda game, and that's what my reputation is built on, doing videos about Bethesda games, I broke all the rules of, like, how you're supposed to make a video and make it engaging and, like, get people's attention with it, because, like, you know, oh, you do your thumbnail this way, like, this is the way you title it, etc. I broke all of the rules. Like, it was lazy editing. I didn't really say anything. It was mostly an opinion piece, and it was just me saying, hey, look at the way that Bethesda is responding to bad reviews on Steam. And that thing got 14,000 views, okay? And that is representative of the fact that that's just what most of the subscription base that I have on YouTube wants to see, because they originally subscribed to me for Bethesda games, and if I do a Bethesda game, they're probably going to watch. So, you know, that's just how it is sometimes. Like, whether you like it or not, you can end up being quote unquote typecast, because people know you for one thing, and convincing them that you're good at anything else is incredibly difficult. So, Starfield was so ... I was expecting rock and roll space adventure, but it was so boring. Plus, I had a game-breaking bug that ruined the whole run for me. Oh my god, man! You know what? You know what caused me to try to start over? It was a game bug where okay, so it was the original character that I started, and I got to the end of the main quest, and you know, in the event that you're interested in playing the game, I won't spoil what it is, but basically, once you reach the end of the game, there are a whole bunch of main quest items that you have, and if you have all of those main quest items stored in your ship, then you can and you do something, you get a new you start your new game plus, okay? The breaking bug for me was the fact that I was like, okay, main quest is over. I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna fucking explore. I'm gonna find stuff. I'm gonna, like, this is what I want to do in the game. I want to ignore the main quest. The only reason I played it was because I was streaming it. So I got through the main quest. I had all of those, like, special story items in my character inventory, in my ship inventory, and I was like, okay, so as long as I don't do this one thing, which is specifically use the hyper jump, or whatever they call it. I forget what they called it in Starfield. As long as I don't go to light speed and jump to another system, then I won't start a new game plus. And what happened was I got a new... I found a different ship. I found a different ship in the game. And I was like, cool, this is a better ship than the other one that I was using. I'm going to set this to my new ship. And it takes all of the story items out of my personal inventory. It shoves it into the ship inventory, which means if I try to jump to a new system, it will automatically start the new game plus. And I cannot add the special access panel to add and remove those story items from the ship's inventory. So switching ships puts these special items into the ship inventory, but then they don't let you build the control panel to add and remove those story items from the ship. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it completely, like, I was stuck in a system and I couldn't leave because it was like, well, the minute that I try to jump to a new system, I'm fucked. And I think the only way that I was getting around it was by literally never jumping to a new system. Yeah, that was it. I couldn't go to any new systems. Because technically I could still get around the map by using the fast travel system where it's like, okay, well, I've already been here. I just click on it and it loads the area. So my ship kept disappearing. I couldn't fast travel anywhere, which stinks because the entire game revolves around fast traveling. I had to teleport using commands. See, I stole a ship that was on some moon because it was better than mine. Using the stolen ship caused my issue. Yeah, a lot of it boils down to that, and it's just, man. As for the question about the Fallout show, I do plan on watching it. We'll see whether or not I can get to it in a quote-unquote reasonable amount of time. But, you know, it's not like I don't have Amazon Prime, so I may as well be using it since I may as well watch it since I got Prime, you know? You know, my biggest problem with the whole Bethesda game thing is that I've got so many good ideas for making videos, okay? I have so many good ideas, but the problem is that they are negative videos. Okay, they are not videos that are saying, hey, this is a great game. Let's enjoy it for how great it is. These are video ideas where it's like, this is such a busted and stupid way to do something. It's such a stupid, busted way to do something. Let's examine why this is a busted and stupid way to do something. And unfortunately, those types of videos are not fun to make. Maybe they're fun for some people to make. I don't like making videos like that because I have to, one, play a game that is busted and stupid. And then I have to spend a bunch of time staring at footage of me playing a busted and stupid game. That's just not pleasant. So, like, I've got like entire, I have a 20,000 word script that is not even complete, just a partial breakdown of my grievances with the game Fallout 4. Because Fallout 4 was where they first started to not be good, in my opinion. You know, I was like, okay, something's wrong here, okay? Something is wrong here, and I don't know what the hell it is. And the more time I spent with it, the more I was like, okay, I'm starting to see what the hell is wrong. And I started to plod through everything and keep notes and start writing it all out. And that script has been a work in progress for at least 5 years now. Okay? At least 5 years, if not longer. And a lot of it boils down to the fact that every single time that I figure something out that's wrong and I start to really write about it, I almost immediately am led to the fact that it's like, oh, well, there's this other thing that definitely ties into it, but I haven't played the game in that particular way well enough to justify writing about it because I don't have enough experience with it. So you know what that means? I have to go back. I have to play the game again in a different way, in a new way, to double check that I'm not talking out of my ass about what I think is broken about this. So I knew there was another log up there. So, you know, it's like when you're in that situation, you are faced with two different routes that you can take. You can either suck it up, put on a face, and make content like you love the game. And that's going to kill you on the inside, okay? That'll ultimately kill you on the inside because you're lying, you know? Both to yourself and to the audience, and people will be able to see that. And the alternative, the second option, is to make negative content, which, you know, I just went over it. It's like, you can do that. You can absolutely do it, but it doesn't change the fact that you're going to be making content over something that you're not enjoying, you know? And the third option is you don't make content for it. And I ended up taking that last option. I basically folded on it. I was like, yeah, this is I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So like the second option, making, you know, critical but fair, like making content pointing out that it's bad. I'm not above doing that, but for God's sake, if I can't have fun making videos, then I don't know why the hell I'm making videos. So, cynical type gamer content takes a toll on you to make you mean. Yes, doing cynical gamer content does make you. It will make you cynical. You can do it. You can do cynical content ironically, okay? You can do it that way. But the longer you do it, the more it becomes who you are, okay? The more it becomes, the more it seeps into just being you. Like, I remember how once upon a time, it was like, yeah, you could totally... Like that was the thing to do, like the angry video game nerd and whatnot. So, and that hasn't really gone away, but it's just, I grew up during a time that liking things legitimately and unironically was not cool. Okay, and I'm certain that to some degree that's still true because, you know, when you're a teenager, you're very angsty and stuff, you know? But the whole attitude, like the I'm better than you and my apathy is like the intelligent move because, you know, everything sucks attitude. That was extremely prevalent whenever I was younger, and I think it came from a lot of media and whatnot. And I just don't want to do that type of stuff. You know, I don't think that there's a benefit to it. It's like, well, you can sit down and you can critically examine a game and say, hey, this is where it's flawed. But when a game has so little good going for it, at least in your own opinion, is it really worth spending a bunch of time to examine it? I think that the stuff that's really worth being critical on is the stuff that's like, at worst, 60% good, 40% bad, you know? There are people on YouTube who swear all the time and shit on everything, and their channels are completely toxic. Sure, they're doing well, but only if your metric for goodness is the amount of pus oozing out of your wound. That's how I feel about drama-seeking mean tubers. Yeah, so... Like, the writing that I've done for like my grievances with Fallout 4 and the things that I see about Starfield and whatnot, all of this writing, mind you, it's never gone out. You know, it's partially written, it's not finished. It's just a bunch of ideas that have not fully been, you know, written, and they have not been properly edited. So, like, even though they're incomplete scripts, they're incomplete writings, every single time something that I open up with is one, saying that you can mod this to fix it is not a legitimate answer. This is an examination of what the developers of the original game did. And two, I am not going to sit here and, in the case of Starfield especially, I was like, I'm not going to sit here and compare it to other games. That other game obviously being No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky and Starfield are compared to one another very frequently. Like, I outright say, it's like, I'm not going to compare Bethesda against another game company. I'm going to compare Bethesda against Bethesda because they've done good games in the past. Let's do an apples to apples comparison, you know? And another part of me is just that is like, is this really even worth making? Is the fact that I can hear the comments already in my ear. It's like, they will, I'll make this statement. It's like, we're not going to look at it from that angle specifically because that is an unfair angle to take from, okay? Like, let's just look at why Bethesda made a bad game in comparison to their previous games. And then, obviously, people are going to come along and they're going to ignore that statement. And they're going to focus on something else. They're going to focus on exactly the stuff that I'm like, that this is not a fair comparison. I don't even know where I'm going with this. People can have a negative opinion. That's not the issue. There are just so many people who want somebody There are just so many people who want to be controversial. People will always write mean comments. I uploaded a Star Citizen video and the first comment was somebody lashing out telling me I'm playing the game wrong and that I'm stupid for not customizing my character correctly. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I've gotten a lot of responses, you know, from people telling me, hey, you're quote unquote doing it wrong. A good example for me is in Starfield, the boost pack. The boost pack is a thing in the game, okay? It's basically a jetpack. It's an entire component of like your character's armor system and everything. You cannot boost unless you take a perk, okay? And whenever I was playing the game the first time and streaming it, I looked at it and said, if the fucking boost pack is so goddamned important, why didn't you just give me the ability to boost out of the gate? Why do I have to spend an entire perk on the boost pack? Like, just to unlock this ability. Why is that? So my first reaction is to say, fuck you, let's see if your game holds together without the boost pack. Okay? And it does. The boost pack is not necessary. It's super valuable in a lot of situations, but it is not necessary. But during my streaming, there were people who were coming in and saying, why the hell don't you have the boost pack ability? Like, why aren't you just boosting? And my answer is pretty simple. If something is so critical to your game's design that you basically need it, you should be giving it to the player out of the gate. And if you're not giving it to the player out of the gate, I want to find out if this is well, the devs fucked up. They should have given you something right away or forced you to like spend your first perk point on it. Or they should have made it not necessary. One or the other. It's like making you unlock the attack button. Why do I have to unlock the attack button? Why didn't you just give me the ability to attack right out of the gate? William, I didn't know there was a boost in Starfield. I kept picking up the packs and not knowing how to use them. I did not understand the boost packs at all. And this is what I'm getting at. Like, this happens in various games, okay? In Shrouded, which I cannot sing the praises of that game enough because I think it's a far, far superior game with phenomenal graphics and exploration. But even Enshrouded to a certain degree has this issue. Like, it is not necessary to have the double jump in Enshrouded, which is the reason why it hasn't broken the rule. But trying to play that game without double jump is pretty difficult. Okay, so and that's the best way to describe the fact that, like, the line can be hazy. It's like, well, no, you don't need it, but if you want to get to a bunch of the hidden chests that you do during that you can find during exploration, you should grab it. But you have to spend how many perk points to divert into a different tree? Because what I did was I went full magic. And then to have to divert into the athletic tree for so long just to get the double jump, I was like, I'm not doing it that way, type stuff. So, and I look at the situation and I say, okay, well, that, like, what they did in Enshrouded is entirely legitimate because you are skipping a bunch of extra loot in the game by not taking the double jump. And that's acceptable. That is extra loot that you do not need to progress through the game. So it's fine. It's legit. It's annoying that I don't get the extra loot because I can't reach it since I don't have the double jump. But that is the exchange. That is the trade-off, as it were. Yeah, you were on the magic mushrooms. Yes, I was. I was on the magic mushroom train in Enshrouded. Reminds me of people who argue games are viable free-to-play while the games themselves make you have to grind for hours to catch up. Yes, yes. I mean, and the interesting part about that is the fact that there are so many people who will say that it's legit because you can still get all of the stuff by just grinding, but then someone else eventually comes along and they do the math. I mean, I think the last time I saw this done was with the battle pass in what you call it, Fortnite. So it's, you know, like Fortnite has their seasons, and the battle pass is critical to being able to get enough experience to unlock a lot of the stuff during the season. And someone went through and did the math for the battle pass, and it was like, okay, well, you would have to play, like, no, you basically have to get your 4 hours of gameplay, and like, you need X number of level ups every single day to get all of the content in the season with the battle pass, which increases how fast you level up. If you did the same amount of leveling, if you played the you need this many levels on average, you need this many hours to get those levels. So based on that, you have to do this many hours every single day in order to get all of the content, the most out of your battle pass. And if you were to play the exact same amount, which is not a small amount, without the battle pass, what you would get is not even a quarter of the way through the unlocks. Without the battle pass, doing the same amount of game, you would have to do 4 times the gameplay, you know? And that is just proving that the company has mathematically developed a system by which to ensure that you will always buy the battle pass if you get on that train of wanting to unlock stuff. You will always buy the battle pass, you will always log in, you will always play because you want to get the most out of the money that you spent. And that's just predatory, okay? That's turning a game into a job, you know? Turning it into an addictive cycle, or exploiting the addictive cycle. Chat, I did not expect today's stream to be one of these streams where I talk about, like, the function and the fundamental function and everything of video games and how they fit together, etc. and why I do videos the way that I do videos, which has in no small part resulted in me losing a certain amount of my my relevance, because I'm not willing to be some, you know, I'm not willing to do a whole bunch of negative material on a franchise that I'm known for. But maybe I'm giving myself too much credit and too much... I think I'm giving myself too much credit. I am not an important person in the grand scheme of things. Not even in the minor scheme of things. Which is why I'm happy that you guys come along and watch my streams and, you know, just be part of the community the way that you do. So... Would it be annoying if the saplings were self-planting when they dropped? Oh, it would be so annoying. It would be very interesting, but it would be very annoying for the system that I have here, so. You're better than important. You're a pleasant person. Well, I'm happy to hear that. I do my best. What can I say? Greetings, Crow. Ah, yes. When an entire stack of saplings is not enough for the tree farm you have going. Alright, cool. Harvested and replanted. Gotta just huck all of this stuff into the composter. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at what the station looks like. How is the copper oxidizing? Ooh. Oh my god, it all I think, yeah, it all finished. Nope. Okay, we're 1 block away from done. It's nice to hear your thoughts, though. It's a Minecraft. It's almost par for the course. That's another difference between Bethesda Softworks and Bethesda Game Studios. The new Wolfenstein games are awesome when it comes to level design. You can pick one of 2 perks at the start of the game, locking you out of certain loot, but enabling you to get to other loot. Yeah, yeah. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Then again, Bethesda didn't make the Wolfenstein games. That's entirely Machine Games, but that's getting into the fun, nitty-gritty details of the differences between being a publisher versus a developer. Oh, man. Okay, so... Chat, I am gonna have to go out for a bit of a break because I just finished my coffee and I want to get a refill. I also need to take my meds. So, do me a favor, chat. Behave yourselves. Oh, hey, look, I found a pizza email. Cortex? Cortex, what the fuck? The fuck, bro? Alright, chat, I'll be right back. Don't do anything irresponsible. Chat, what the hell did I come back to? The hell is this? The freaking crap are you doing? I did nothing this time, I swear. Much to my surprise, you're right, Basilis. I read so many books. Yeah, sure. You read books, which is why you're doing this pizza pineapple thing, as well as talking about playing Notia. I know you're lying. We were having a pizza party. The wrong type of freaking pizza party, that's what. The utterly wrong type of pizza party. Well, hello. Pizza is for me. Do not encourage this action. Do not encourage these actions. Please. All right. So, while we wait for the tree farm to regrow, it's going to be back to the quarry. But I like that. No, you don't. You're not allowed to like that. Do you hear me? You drop the pretense of ever enjoying such a thing. Right this instant. Man, I can only wonder about, like, coming out in this direction and stripping out this area next. Because, like, the initial quarry was just over there, right? The next quarry is over here. And it's just like, I'm thinking of doing this in a 4-quadrant system where it's like, okay, well, you know, move on to the next one, as it were. And then once the 4 are done, I'm going to move on to, like, digging even deeper down into the world. But I'll probably... There's a very strong possibility I will never actually dig all that far. Doing that much digging is not really going to be something that's... It's going to be difficult to do. A little sluggish today. Oh, dear. That's no bueno. This is really the main reason that I'm doing this right now. I need to up the dirt game, as it were. I need more dirt in the warehouse. So intrigued by the butt spot when I see it. Shall I call upon the pics? I don't know, like... If anybody's interested in seeing some NSFW pics, you know, they're there. Things are a lot more quiet on stream today. Well, I say that they're more quiet. Today is more active than normal, so... Quiet is relative. Yes, quiet is relative. How do you choose which syllables become butts? That's a good question. I mean, I know that it's entirely at random, but I wish I understood how that randomization operated. I say that, I'm not really that interested in it, but... If I said it's 35 degrees out and they're not Fahrenheit, would you be alarmed? Yeah, a little bit. That's awfully warm. That's awfully warm out. Gotta pay attention to my freaking shovel's durability. I'm just absolutely wrecking this poor piece of equipment. Do you have any fun idea for an accent for Senor Strife? Oh, God, no. Why? Have you ever played The Outer Worlds? Oh, I had early access to The Outer Worlds. Like, I was, I never paid for a copy of The Outer Worlds. In fact, I was playing the game when, I was playing the game whenever it was brand new, but they also gave me free copies of the keys for the game on, the Epic Game. So they gave me a free copy on the Epic Game Store. And then they proceeded to give me keys for the DLC as well. And then I finally got to the last DLC, and I was like, well, this is great, but I only have the game on the Epic Store. Why'd you give me a key for Steam? And they were like, well, this is all that we have. And I was like, well, that's great, but I only have the game on Steam, on Epic. Like, so having the DLC on Steam alone is no good. And they were like, oh, cool. We'll just give you the rest of the content on Steam, too. So they gave me an entirely full and complete copy to play on Steam. Fucking wild. How's a Bavarian accent work? I've never heard a Bavarian accent. You guys keep coming up with some strange accents. Senor Strife? God. Bavarian with a touch of pina colada. How about that? What does that even mean? Really loved the game. Even bought the Ultimate Edition, but never played the DLC when it came out. I mean, don't get me wrong. Outer Worlds was good, but it had its own set of problems. The character writing was fantastic. The combat was disappointing. The exploration was damn near non-existent. It was a AA game, not a AAA. It's very rich, but has a creamy sound. That is not a freaking accent! Chat, for God's sake, make some amount of sense, would you? I hope Outer Worlds 2 is better. We can help. We can help. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to fill up on ink. And we're going to hit the rails. Oh, god damn those stupid enders. That's all the ink that I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna push this any further. Now I want a donut. Oh, for fuck's sake. Should we look up Bavarian accent? I have an IPA chart handy. IPA, like, what do India Pale Ales have to do with it? Oh, God, chat, what are you doing? Fucking enders. Motherfucking enders. We are chat. We don't make sense at the best of times and make absolute sense at the worst of times. I'm still editing, and I have realized that only using the torch to whack zombies might not have helped me stay alive longer. Bavarian has an extensive vowel inventory. You are just never going to give me an actual accent. That sigh of disappointment. Chat, I expect so much more out of you. So much more out of you, and you just... He wants filth, guys. Listen, there are plenty of ways to do that. Ooh la la. Hey, Zio just subscribed, 13 months. And a hype train. No, I do not want a hype train. I don't want a hype train. Thank you very much for the subscription there, Zio. It's good to know that I'm worth both your time and your money. Great to have you along for the ride, and welcome to the stream. Enjoy yourself while you're here. That would be the Church of the Ender. Oh, we. No, Ace. Ace. Hey, Strife, has there been any progression making the fish boyfriend a potential... God, fuck me. I keep forgetting that shit. God damn it. Oh. Okay, okay. I'm writing something down. Alright? I'm writing this shit down because I keep fucking forgetting it. There. Got it on a little pad of paper, and I've written it down, and now it's sitting in front of me. I am so sorry. You spent so much money on that freaking pillowcase, and I have done such a terrible job of figuring out how to hang it up without, like, jam push pins into it. Ugh. I'm having a time, guys. I'm having a time. Notes. Give Tev all the love. Go to PT. Watch Eclipse. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. Lidless Goggleless. Let's see. Okay, okay. So the Eclipse is basically supposed to be starting its whole process for at least the general area where I'm at now. About it's a that's a window large enough that you could drive an entire freaking bus through it. So. I am not worried. There are more important things to worry about, so there is no rush on that. I am going to do my best to actually get that sorted out for you, though. We must get the fishy flags sorted out. It is important. We still need the Bavarian accent. I don't recall, like, the statement of needing a Bavarian accent. Okay. Bavarian with a touch of pina colada. How about that? But that's not a freaking accent. Bavarian with a touch of pina colada is not an accent. I reject it out of hand. I reject it out of hand. Come up with something better. God, this is a long tunnel. Then can I get my points back? No! Come up with a better accent! I reject your reality and substitute my own. That's the way to do it. Well, there goes the dream. The dream! Rude. No, no, no. No, no. You were rude. You were rude first. Playing games with me. All right. The dye merchants are upstairs. No, what am I thinking? The dye merchant is downstairs. I am... How dare you pull the no you card on me? Oh, give me a break. Really? I forgot that I haven't spent enough... Excuse me. I forgot that I haven't spent enough time here at Crossroads for the traders' inventories to reset. This, my friends, is the primary reason I want auto-crafters in the game. The next update is right around the corner. Ah, there you go. Thank you very much for the well wishes in regards to my nasal health. Say S word. Your S word, Doomsday? I'm gonna have to give this a thought here. An S word. What type of S word should I give you? Sanctimonious. That's your S word. Sanctimonious. That's why some of chat is being. Schnitzel? We're having schnitzel for dinner this week. Show mug. Is it bad that I just suddenly had an idea about what I could do for like a photo shoot involving a mug? More of the thirsty stuff. Anyways, all right. You got your S word there. Now it's time to show mug. Okay, I have a backup one. Ever heard of Jose Jalapeno on a stick? I am not doing that voice at all. Nice mug. I think I got that from Aldi. On the discount shelf. If you demand a refund, I will give you a refund. Make that fair. Why was there a feather in and amongst the... Well, these bushes do hurt. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that does explain. Tank you. Why are you tanking me? I'm not the boss or anything. Like, well, maybe I am the boss. There's no need to tank. So, chat, I finished my taxes last night. Thank God. Alright, where's the butchers? Here we go. Butcher! You're in armor. Butcher! Were they taxes on your underwear? Listen, if I ever had to pay taxes on my underwear, I would go straight into the poorhouse. You have any clue how much money that would be? The tax is inversely proportionate to how much cloth there is. And you have no clue how tiny my underpants are. I'll repair my gear eventually. The tax monster will be appeased for another year. Yes, indeed. You finish your taxes too, eh? Does the government like you, Does the government like you back? Question mark. We all know that Strife wears extra small. Listen, it's important for them to be nice and snug is all. Color me extremely surprised. I didn't think that they would turn over that fast. Yeah, you haven't been anywhere near your station. What about you, bro? Nope, nothing. And I mean, hey, if you're interested in learning more about my sizes, then you can go ahead and just look at the throne. No such thing as too much money. Doing my hard work on that one. The closer to the top of the list something is, the more interested I am in, the more I want it. That's the short way of putting it. Time to sell a buttload of paper to some of these guys. Oh, is it nap time already? On a separate note, chat, nap time is a good time. On a separate note, chat, we do have one last picture to be published out of the current set that we're working on. You guys know how to get that to go, if you are so interested. Potentially. The last picture might actually be the most spicy. Had a random thought about using the skulk detectors as auto door openers for the Crossroads building entrance, but it'd probably be opening non-stop with how loud the NPCs are. Yeah, that's my money. That's what my money's on. If not that, then it would be the iron golems, because every step they take is enormously loud. Huzzah, bitches. Alright, cool. So, the axe is all fixed. Then I just get my shovel taken care of. Oh, wait. Ugh. Tempting? Basilisk, don't do anything. You've given enough already. There is no need for you to open your wallet in any way, shape, or form. You hear me? Let someone else on stream do something like that. Our dear farmer bros are ready to turn over again. Getting so fucking close, man. Getting so goddamn close. I can do what I want, Strife. Lol. It is tempting, but not now. A warning and a threat. Chat. Why? Why you do this? Why you do this? You ever have a moment where you remember that you had something to talk about, but you don't remember what the freaking story was? One of those scenarios where you're like, well, I had this story in my back pocket and I knew that I wanted to tell it, but I don't freaking remember what it was. Hello, Oliver. How you doing? Greetings and welcome to the stream. Not a lot of peeps hanging out over on the old YouTube side of things. So it's nice to see somebody. I do this for many reasons, mostly because of what we love you, Strifey. I do this for many reasons, mostly because of what Ace said. What's memory? I don't have that. It's because we distracted you with... Oh, God, no. Do not bring up the pineapple pizza again, please. That abomination. Pretty good. How about you? When did you start streaming? Oh, I've been streaming for, I don't know, 6 years or so. On YouTube specifically, it's less than a year. Less than a year, because Twitch altered their terms of service. They were like, yeah, you can simul-stream. It's okay to do that now. So I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Not a fan of pineapple on pizza. I think the most illustrative example of how controversial pineapple on pizza was whenever I was helping a friend move. And he goes to, I think, Pizza Hut, and he orders, like a stack of them. Just a stack of freaking pizzas, because there were so many of us. And one of the pizzas was Canadian bacon and pineapple. And I was with him whenever he did this pickup, and I was just like, why would you get Canadian bacon and pineapple? And he was like, it's a classic. And I looked at him, I said, are you going to eat the Canadian bacon and pineapple? And he said, no. We take it back to the house. Maybe 2 slices of the fucking Canadian bacon and pineapple go. Like, nobody freaking eats this stuff. Like, all that anybody wants is the pepperoni. There's one thing I want to ask. Would you be interested in custom graphic designs like 2D, 3D model, banners, overlay, profile pic, thumbnails, intros, outros? Like, I would love that, but, like, one, I'm an experienced graphic designer myself. 2, the only people that I hire specifically are artists, like pen to the tablet artists, and animators. 3, and this is by far the most important one, I don't have the budget for it right now. I really wish that I did, because I got a lot of ideas that I would love to have, like, character artists and or animators come up with stuff for me, but I don't have the budget for it. Not to pay, and I mean, like, paying fairly, not like, oh, let's, like, get this for as absolutely cheap. Like, I want to pay any artist that I hire a good rate, not just, art is worth good money. So, as an artist, I have to live that statement. So, dude, I've had someone block me on social media over liking pineapple pizza. I think that pineapple pizza is not appetizing in any way, shape, or form, but I don't think that it's something worth blocking anyone for. Jeez. Can't go wrong with Sergeant Pepperoni. God, I gotta trim these claws of mine. What, are they sleeping again already? Jeez. Spend all this time out at Crossroads trying to get my stuff fixed up. Like, it's slow and steady. I'm getting there, but my God. How are the farmers? Ah, the farmers are ready to go again. Hey, hey, there's the shovel done. How about you, bro? No? You. Almost. Aha! One more step away and I'm done. Where's the... There you are. Bro, come here. Oh! It's not finished yet. Oops. Gonna bail for today, trying to escape the 35-degree vapors. Have a great rest of the stream, peeps. Enjoy the rest of your day, Julms, and I hope to see you another time during another stream. Actually, you know what? We got some beets in here. Can I trade for beets with one of you? Wait a minute. You've refreshed your freaking trade... Oh, no, wait, you didn't. Well, you have. Alright, I don't have to worry about the beets by Dr. Dre. I could just go straight for the pumpkin action. Alright, let's stash the emeralds and get out of here, because I've done all of the repairing that I need to do. Down into the basement, yes. Only way I will eat pineapple on pizza is if it isn't like on barbecue style pizza that's loaded with smoked meat. If it's on a barbecue style pizza with smoked meat. Okay. See, personally, the like combining savory and sweet flavors just does not work for me. I could see Tev having a small chibi Strife on her stream that lights up and moves when he is talking. Smoked butt. Wait. Smoked butt. Oh, smoked butt. Yeah, I see it now. I see what Butt's butt did. Wasn't there a way to get exact durability numbers on tools? Yes, I don't remember what that button combination or like function is. I do know it's possible, and I know that I basically never use it, so I don't remember it. So... Sweet and savory makes my mouth happy. Sweet and savory D's nuts. I'm sorry. Oh. I couldn't help myself. Oh, wee. F3H. Is that how you do it? It should show once it's had some use. Are you asking? Wouldn't you like to know? Don't worry, plenty of nut to go around. God, I'm just being filthy now. Ugh. I gotta go back to freaking physical therapy tomorrow morning. Like, don't get me wrong, I like, physical therapy is good for me, it's helpful for my well-being and my recovery and all that stuff. That does not necessarily mean that I like waking up for it. It is fundamentally just pain to wake up in the morning and start exercising right away. Like, it... And it's not even that I don't feel good after I finish it. It's that it takes so much energy out of me, and I have to wake up so early to do it. Like, I am not an early to rise person. The eclipse has begun in Mexico, from BBC News. All right. Oh, right. I should probably stash some things here at Midcrest. Holy freaking moly, man. The eclipse has you have a lot of fishy friends. Yes, yes. I just keep, like, the wandering traders keep showing up at, and because I have the money in my inventory, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just buy this. Everyone needs a fish friend. Siding anyone? I saw a modified screenshot of whenever when you meet Sidon in Tears of the Kingdom, he talks about having, you know, like an epic statue commissioned for to commemorate the time that he, Sidon and Link, took on the divine beast Varuta. And someone modified the screenshot to, instead of it being, you know, the two of them in glorious battle, where Link is on Sidon's back riding him during the whole exchange. Instead, it is a very sexual statue of Sidon riding Link. Oh my god, I think I almost died of not having enough air in my lungs when I saw that. Because whoever did it did a good job of modifying this picture. Are you planning to make a fish tank for the solution tower? I'm not planning on making a fish tank, but there's a good chance that, like, I gotta figure out what to do with those fish, basically. I gotta figure something out for them. Because they certainly, like, they're just piling up. And it, like, I've got 1.5 million free buckets as a result of it, so... Oh, chat, here's a question for you. Some of you may remember this from whenever I was streaming with Tev on the weekend. Have you ever heard of the band Twerp? TWRP. The Tupperware Remix Party. Pretty certain you heard about it whenever we were streaming last. Never heard of him? Man. I don't do music suggestions often. No, I think I fell asleep during the stream. Oh no, what are you doing? Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. I get it. Like, it's fucking wild. It's absolutely fucking wild. It's just good music. It is just straight up good music from Tupperware Remix Party, and their latest album. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. I found their latest album. Like, I had no clue that this band existed until fairly recently. And, man, I cannot stop listening to this album. It's so good. I've actually listened to it so much that Bandcamp, which is what I linked there, the automated system is like, hey, you've listened to this a whole lot. It might be time for you to buy the album, you know? Just... You're listening to it so many times over for free. Why not buy the album? It directly helps the art. And I want to, but like I'm between my I'm between credit card cycles right now. So like the first thing I'm gonna do whenever when my credit card cycle is over, or when a new one starts, is I'm gonna be like, okay, let's go ahead and buy the album and listen to it. Because man, I'm enjoying it. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I don't want the VODs muted in any capacity, I would put the music... I would be listening to that music right now. The song on that album that specifically spoke to me was Human's Touch, I believe is the name of it. A Human's Touch, yes. Alright, chat, listen, I am gonna have to take an extended break soon here, specifically because there is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to enjoy the eclipse in some capacity. So, actually, you know what, chat? I have a simple question for you. Would you prefer that I take an extended break, or would you prefer that I come back later with a separate stream today? Because I have the capacity to do that today. Okay? I have the capacity to do a separate stream today. Because no work for me. So this is the question that I pose to you. A separate stream means I cut today's stream short, and I have to come back later. I want some viewer input on this, because it's important. It's important to know what your audience is looking for. Look at that. 1,300 blocks more. Do a second stream, I'll probs miss out otherwise. Okay. Okay, so, like, I've got at least one vote for a second stream there. How much later? Good question. Let's say, let's say a 5 o'clock stream or so. I don't want to do a late night stream today. I want to do a, if I do a second stream, I'll stop probably in roughly 15 minutes or so, I think. I vote for second stream. Oh, you know what? You know what? This is a good enough thing for me to actually make a poll for. New poll. There we go. So to give you context, a second stream would happen in about 4 hours time, thereabouts. Four to 5 hours time, about 5-6 o'clock is when I would do it. Got a nice poll up there for you guys to tap away at. I'm not talking about my poll. If you're interested in my poll, you'll have to join OnlyFans. No, I don't actually have an OnlyFans. I constantly tease the possibility of it, but as we all know, there's not an audience for that. What can I say? The audience for seeing small wangs is, small. Solutions OnlyFans win? when I can bring in $10,000 a month. How about that? Does that make sense? Is that an acceptable answer? Or is that a disappointing answer? Man, I'm gonna have to blast back to Crossroads again in no time with the way that I'm using up the durability on the shovel. Oh shit, my inventory's full. No, we don't need those seeds. We'll go ahead and collect up whatever we can here. Probably can't carry all of it. Nope. That's the end of that. Man, I've still got more coffee downstairs to enjoy, too. Chat, I have such a hard decision to make. Do I go for salad today, or do I go for sandwich? It would be a small sandwich. I'm going to head out to try and catch some of the eclipse. Have a great rest of the stream. Hey, it was nice to have you along for the ride, Goggles. Hopefully you'll be able to come around for a stream later this evening. If you have time. Where on earth did I put all of the dirt? Man, this soundtrack has some creepy stuff in it. Sandwich. Personally, I'm thinking maybe maybe I'll do the salad, mostly because it's good for me, you know. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more digging, and then I'm gonna start closing up shop here, chat. Nice warehouse employee there. Yes, of course. Oh wow, 100. Only 3 people voted in the poll. Only 3. Give me a break. What the hell, chat? I give you a poll, and only 3 of you bother to tap at it? It didn't pop up for me until it was finished. If on mobile it doesn't cooperate. Okay, I see. I see. So you have nothing but excuses is what you're telling me. Nothing but excuses. That's how it's gonna be, chat. That's how it's gonna be. Boy, doing this with the sound down is the fucking way to do it, man. I can actually hear myself think now that I don't have the sound of breaking grass blocks constantly in my ear. Okay, off to go look at 100% totality. Bye. Enjoy. I'll be looking at what modicum of it I get in moments time here. Another 6 minutes or so, and I'm gonna stop. Woohoo. I'm just gonna keep, like, beavering away at all of the dirt and ignore the stone for as long as I possibly can. Because I'm not really focused on the stone right now. The stone is not why I'm here. Was in the shower, you dingus. I did it intentionally. I like pulling pranks when people are naked and wet. Which reminds me, you know what I need? Why do you need dirt again? Mostly because I've exhausted the dirt supply that was stashed away inside of the warehouse. And I'm also running low on normal stone. So I have incentive to resupply those two things. Not necessarily because I immediately need them, mostly because, well, it's time to, you know, get more of the stuff. So, don't we know it? I can't tell if you're entertained or not by what I said. About pranking on wet, naked people. So it occurs to me that I should probably bother with looking for a new type of, like, digital camera. Because unfortunately, unbeknownst to me, whenever I bought the camera that I have now, I was evidently buying a camera that does not capture raw video file. It doesn't capture raw image files. It captures compressed image files. Which is something that I have been dealing with when publishing pictures. I'm like, man, these things look terrible because the camera only spits out, at best, like, low compression JPEG. So everything you do entertains me, especially when I'm naked. God. Touché. I think I got an idea for a new type of service or solution that I can offer. Oh, yeah, give me all that dirt. Jeez, you don't do it raw? God. Rules as written? God. Oh my word. Chat, you're freaking filthy. You're utterly filthy. All right, so I'm gonna just go through the. I'm gonna say this out loud for the benefit of everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Actually, I should probably stop right now. Like, collect up all this dirt and get it into the warehouse and quit. I will be coming back in about 4 to 5 hours time. Okay. 4 to 5 hours time. I will return for a second stream because what I want to do is I want to check out whatever I can of the eclipse that is occurring in the in my area. So, to that end, I'm rolling up on my stop. I'm rolling up to the stopping point here. You'll have to deal with naked and wet jokes and innuendos some other time. Make sure to wear protection. Don't worry, I have plenty of condoms. I have plenty of condoms. Enjoy the eclipse, Niblet. I don't know what nipples have to do with this, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to do just that. I'll enjoy the eclipse nipples. I'm bad. I'm a terrible person. Oh, God. Okay. Get the rest of the dirt. It's filling up nice and quick. It's filling up nice and quick. I've only got 3 double chests left. Now to put the flowers away. I am a responsible individual. I know how to wear protection, everybody. You don't have to worry about me. Oh, wait. All right, so go ahead and whoops, stop that music. Back, quit. We'll just come back and we will do more Minecraft probably later today. It could be something else. We don't know for certain. But in any case, chat, you've been wonderful. You've been lovely. You've been awesome. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. For this shorter than normal stream today, specifically because I need to get my butt out the door and take a look at the sky while I'm wearing some fancy protective goggles. Take care of yourselves, stay happy, stay healthy, and enjoy the rest of your day if it is at all possible. Until next time, though, I will see you all. Until later this evening, I'll see you next time. Catch you later.